Hello, thanks for stopping by today. If you are interested in the supplies and measurement for today's card, there is a link in the information section below to the blog post with all the details. Here's the card we're going to make today. Isn't it just so cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. For this card, the only thing I needed was a sentiment, so I took my sentiment from Positive Thoughts. Friends like you mean more every year. I think at this time we need to let our friends know how much we appreciate them. All right, let me pull in my measurements and we'll get started. So I'm going to start with my Whisper White piece that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm using it in the landscape position. And I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight and my stamp set, and I'm going to pull in a scrap piece of paper to see, just to make sure I know how to stamp it so that it comes out straight. Okay, I got it. All right, don't press too hard or you'll catch an edge. All right, and then I'm going to take this. Well, I just hit it. Flip it over. I was trying to line this up. All right, I'm going to line that up and I'm going to stamp it, and hopefully it's straight. Yay, it is. All right. We can put this away. Now, I used a piece of the flowers for every season, and this is the Misty Moonlight, and I love it because it's got all different colors of blues on it. And we're going to add that to the bottom of this piece with some glue. So it is actually 2 by 5 1/4. So you're going to make the bottom even, and then the sides will line up. All right, and we have that. Then I used some of the Seaside Spray glitter ribbon. I love this ribbon. Oh, I'm a glitter girl anyway. So I cut a piece long enough to go on here, and I'm going to wrap it to the back, and I'm going to take and use, excuse me, some tear and tape. All right, and I got to make sure I put the tear and tape in the right spot to catch it. There it is. All right, like so. And I'm going to burnish my ends and take the backing off. That one looks like it's got a little piece of, it does. It has a little dot from something I did stuck to the back. It will not matter. All right, now what I take and do is I take and I go around to the front, and I take my one side and I attach it, and I'm making sure I overlap that ribbon or that DSP so that it doesn't show, and then I do the other side. All right, I make sure it's straight before I stick it down real good. I'm going to take another piece of tear and tape, and I'm going to put on the back like so, and I'm going to pull in my card base, and it's Misty Moonlight, and it is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, and I folded it to use my bone folder for a crisp fold. I'm going to take my backings off, and I don't know if you can hear that thunder. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm, so interesting. And we had a thunderstorm the other day. It was really loud, and I was sitting in my chair and I saw a flash go down out of the corner of my eye, and there was a big boom. Bijou jumped off of the couch and came running over and jumped up in the chair and climbed up as close as she could get to me as possible. It was really loud. It scared her. And come to find out later, we had a neighbor who got a tree next to their house was struck. So, all right, using some Misty Moonlight cardstock and the mini, what's that called? It's not the petite flower. The little small, I think it's small flower punch. Punch out 3 of your flowers. Then I use the sunflower dies, and I use the double one, and I cut out 2 of those using Just Jade. And then I'm going to take, and I'm going to use a glue dot, and I'm going to put my glue dot right about there. And you'll see why in a minute. So I'm putting it there, and then I'm pinching it off. Don't try to pull it off because you'll rip it. And then I'm just going to take and I'm going to put it as far down as I possibly can and attach it. Then I'm going to take my snips and go back in and snip off that end. Oh, I didn't get in far enough so that it doesn't show. There we go. Now I got it. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. We're going to go down to where that second set of leaves are, and I'm going to pinch it off. I'm going to take my other flower. It's stuck to me. All right. And I'm going to add it as far as I can over to the left. And then I'm going to take my scissors and go underneath in between your flower and cut off the other end. Now these are going to go on here, and 2 go on with dimensionals, and 1 goes on with the glue dot. So I'm going to take my dimensionals and put it on the 2 that have the flower, the leaves, the flowers. Oh. And then I'm going to take the backs off. All right, got those. And I'm going to take my first one, and I'm going to kind of pull those out. And I'm going to, no, you know what? I want to add my bow. I used the same ribbon and tied a bow. I want to add my bow first, because then I don't have to worry about where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put a glue dot on the left side of the knot and a glue dot on the right side. And then I'm going to add my bow. All right. Now I'm going to add this flower here, and I watch that you don't go past your edge. This one is going to go on with a glue dot, so I'm going to stick a glue dot on the back. Very carefully pull it off so you don't rip it. I've had that happen. And I'm going to slide it underneath and stick it down. Then I'm going to take the other one, and this one I kind of went a little too far. So watch where you put it. I'm going to kind of interlock the petals on those, and I'm going to put that down. And to finish it off, I added some pearls. I used the medium ones, and I'm going to stick those right in the middle just to give it some interest. And don't miss that one underneath. You may think, oh, it doesn't need one, but it does. It would look funny without it. And there you go. And don't forget to do the inside and the envelope. If you have enjoyed today's creation, please give it a thumbs up, which is a like on YouTube. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Click the button below. If you want to be notified when I upload a video, click the bell next to the subscribe button. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope I inspired you with today's creation. Have a great day.